Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy May Rock. You're now tuned in to the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-host.
She couldn't have a place without acknowledgement, but you shall acknowledge the villain. Yeah. Y'all know the vibes, K Quick. The real K Quick. I am KQuick.com. You know the vibes. Y'all like the Godfather spin I just did? I had to do it one time. Y'all know. BBF.
Man, this is your man GMO, aka non-GMO, man. We are business motherfucker here.
I am Just Star, the infamous Just Star. Guess what? Just Star. Mwah. Hello, people.
Hey, I am the Blue Phoenix. Good evening, everyone.
So how's everybody feeling on this great Thursday?
Star be giving out them auntie kisses.
Cold up, bitch.
Big juicy kisses.
I swear.
Colder than a woman's draw. What?
I said I'm a juicy kind of woman.
I heard somebody dropping drawers. I'm lost. What happened?
And I heard something about a juicy woman, so that got my attention.
Man, listen. How my week has been going, just extra cold. Colder than a woman whose thighs don't touch. I know them vagina lips be just cold and chilly.
Frozen to the moon.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody good though. Hey, listen. So everybody out there, I like to say what's up to all the family that's just got here. She Dope, Nikki, we got Angel, we got Teresa, man. But we've been going through some hard times lately. You know what I'm saying? Amidst COVID and everything. And I just wanted to say a prayer before the show. I feel a little inspiration. Like I feel inspired. You dig what I'm saying? And
okay, well let it roll. Hey, Zena.
Okay. All right, everybody bow your heads. Lord, I thank you for every time I've ever farted and I never shitted on myself. For every time
this dude here.
Oh man, well.
Every time that you have always helped me and you've blessed my sphincter to be tight enough to withhold the bowel movements when I've been stuck in traffic. I'm pretty sure that everybody here that's on this feed can agree. Can I get an amen?
Amen and amen. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Hold on.
You know you get put in the back after this.
What the fuck am I getting put in the back for? I have an explanation for this. I have an actual explanation for the reason why I said this prayer.
All right,
nobody wants to hear it.
What's the explanation? What's the fucking explanation?
Why the fuck do people say God bless when they sneeze? You know they think that you're dying, but have you ever accidentally almost shit on yourself? That's real death. That's real death. Nobody says bless you when you fart, bro, because you didn't shit on yourself. But everybody says bless you when you sneeze, Bob. Like, nah, we're gonna start saying prayers over farts.
Do you know why people say bless you when you sneeze?
Because they think you're gonna die.
Yeah, because your heart stops.
Well, guess what? Your heart don't stop every time you get a little moist ass. Every time you bust your ass in public. Everybody been stuck in traffic. I know damn way. You should, especially if you well over 50. And I'm getting up there now. I'm 40, going on 41. And I'm telling you, every time I fart, it gets a little scarier every time, bro. Real shit. Thank God I stay away from dairy now. You know what I'm saying? I'm smarter than that. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time? So when was the last time you shat on yourself? Not got shitted on, but shat on yourself.
That has been a very long time. I think that the older I get, the harder it is to hold urine. Like I want to pee a lot. It's the weirdest shit. You know? Like I want to pee a lot, but I'm more than capable of holding my butt cheeks together, bro. Like, yeah, that's no problem.
Now, have you ever almost had to shit on yourself, but you knew you had to walk a long distance to get to the commode?
Now, see, there ain't nothing.
Yes.
Whoa.
Now that's torture.
Phoenix, I'm muting. Go ahead. Do what you do.
I'll mute too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to couldn't go into the grocery store frozen food aisle because for some reason it would trigger my bowels. I don't know why. And I read that it's actually a condition that I'm not the only person that had done that. So I got older. So it's like when I used to eat certain things, or if I eat something that I've never eaten before and my body doesn't agree with it, it gets rid of it. Like, right. So I'm walking down the street. I used to walk down Marlboro Pike, up and down Marlboro Pike going to work. And one day I was walking to the store for my aunt, and all of a sudden it hit me. And I mean, it hit me hard. And I was running. I was going past a McDonald's to try to go to McDonald's. Of course, the bathroom was down. And I had to run all the way back to my aunt's house. And I barely made it because as soon as you get to your front door, of course, your body knows. As soon as I got to that front door, I was like, don't you dare do it. Don't you do it. And so once I got in the bathroom, put my pants down, I tore the toilet up. But I
All
barely
right.
made it.
All right. Now, see, my theory is coming alive now. Anybody else would like to share their testimony while the church is still in session, everybody?
No.
All right. So we have
Everyone has a story. You just don't want to tell it.
so quick.
Yes,
quick
I have a story. And she's right. I don't know if I want to tell it.
Star, we're waiting on you. We'll mute our mics. Please.
All right, I'll tell it.
Yeah, he gonna tell the story. He got nothing for you.
So you ain't almost go in that tub you in?
Nope.
I call bullshit. But anyways, so my story begins in the middle of taking an exam
Oh, no.
in college.
Oh, that's worse.
So, and I'm in the middle of the classroom. My desk is in the middle of the classroom, so I couldn't be discreet.
I'm prepared.
I couldn't be discreet at all. So, what class was it? It was motherfucking give me a second. I want to say it was history. So anyhow, it was a history exam. Yes, I finished the exam because I had to think hard in two senses. because we could not get up and leave until after we finished the exam.
Oh, it was one of those. Oh,
yes, because this was one of those. This was one of those exams where somebody got caught with their phone looking up answers and fucked it up for everybody. So now we had to confiscate our phones. And we couldn't leave because there was the assumption of people cheating. So we could not leave until the exam was finished and turned in. So I had to tough it out. And luckily I studied and was fully prepared for all these, for every exam. But I was fully prepared, therefore I was able to go through and answer these questions. But damn, it took me a lot longer because I had to take break intervals in between each question to focus on holding it. So I would answer a question, stop. Answer a question, I might get through two of them, stop. And this was a 20-question exam too, so there was a lot of breaks. When I say, once I finished that, there was a sense of relief, but I was still holding it. So I had to hold one more time. So I had to hold one more time after I finished because I had to gather enough strength to A, get up and walk my exam up to my instructor. So that's extra walking that was going to waste a lot of holding time. So I had to walk this exam up to the instructor. So when I placed it on the desk, I had to stand there for a second. She's there like, all right, why are you still standing here? And I couldn't tell her why I was still standing there because I had to stand there to hold again. You know what I'm saying? So I had to look crazy for about 10, 15 seconds. Then once I gathered enough strength, I strategically, when I say strategically, because I had to do this with a strategy, I effectively and efficiently made my way, not around I went straight through the aisle of desks that I had came from before because it was a straight shot right to the door. So I had to slowly it looked like I was walking with a limp. No, that was the only way I could walk and hold my composure.
He
And
did
hold
the
everything
walk.
else. Facts, you know. But then there was a grace period. Everything had closed in, and my stomach stopped rumbling for about 10 seconds. And I'm like, all right, this is my chance. And I was right at the door when it happened. So I sprinted. Sped, walk, sprint, whatever the hell I did to the nearest bathroom. And I'm surprised they didn't have to do an emergency shutdown of the school that day. And that is my story.
You sound like a broken ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Bruh. We exposed that already. None of those machines are actually broken. They are just too lazy to turn the shit on. Shout out to the baby for exposing that. Because he was told at the speaker that the ice cream machine was broken, but when they got to the window, they like, you still want that ice cream? Let me turn this damn thing on and get you this ice cream. They just don't want to turn that shit on. So, y'all, if you go to McDonald's and they tell you the ice cream machine is broken, that is 100% cap. They just don't want to work that damn thing. And I'm done. Star, I know you shitted on yourself. You got a wagon. You probably caused a roadblock one day.
Wrong again. No, I have not.
All right, so Star is capping today. So, anyways, we know how the show is going to be. So,
Excuse you.
So
You can't get mad at me because I ain't never had a shitty accident. What the fuck is this?
See, he took it, bro. What the hell are you doing?
You're blessed for that.
Like, all right, no, it's just like because being that we have the courage to actually tell our stories, it says a lot about you and your bubbly self. So, Rock, when the last time you shat on yourself? Or almost did?
It's been a while, buddy.
It's been a while. Well, tell us about the last one.
Well, it's actually already been documented one time on a No Filter show. So I think I'll recap this one more time.
You can clip
it was a night that, you know, Mondoose made some chili. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get up the next morning to go, you know, wash clothes before the interview, for a work interview, and I had to go downstairs because it was an apartment building. So I woke up and was like, you know what? Let me go down there because I overslept. So whole time I'm thinking, should I take this quick shit or should I go straight downstairs? So I'm like, nah, fuck it. You know, somebody might, you know, use the machines before me. So I run downstairs and fucking put my shit in the washer. And next thing you know, a bubble goes, and next thing you know, I have to shit. So my next move is, where am I going to shit at? So I try to go up the steps. When I realized that I couldn't even take one step, I said, all right, I have to make a business decision right now. Like, am I going to shit in the laundry room, or am I going to go outside of the building in the back and shit right there?
Oh, no.
I don't remember this part of the story.
Where email at?
So I said, look, there's cameras outside, so I couldn't shit right there. So the first thing I did was I looked around. I seen that they had just put a fresh trash bag in the laundry room, right inside the trash can. Nigga, I grabbed that bag. I went in the corner. I shit it in the bag. I took my shirt off. I wiped my ass with my shirt. I tied the bag up. I walked outside, threw the shit in the trash, and went back in the house. So the funny thing is, my mother went outside, went in the hallway the next morning, was like, somebody lit that hallway up. I was like, wow. Like, I don't know who did that.
Hey, look.
Oh, man. I don't remember this story.
But you know what, y'all? He made me remember one. So
there we go. I knew it.
I didn't remember it because it was so minuscule. So it was like 3:00 in the morning one night, and I decided I wanted to go to IHOP. And since it was one in the neighborhood, I decided to just walk there, right? Me and my friend, and we ate and had a good time and all of those stuff. Now, walking back home from the IHOP, man, I felt it. I'm like, okay, let me walk a little faster. Walking faster did not help me at all. I had leftovers, thank goodness, and we had to pass an alley. So me, the alley, and my napkins got down and dirty. because I couldn't get home if I wanted to. It was no bus ride, no nothing that was gonna be safe for me. So yeah, I did have an almost moment, but I let it go in the alley.
McDonald's bag.
I feel.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's a thin ass bag.
Yeah, that's on the brown Archie.
Well, the damn sure ain't no Happy Meal.
Not no more. That shit was more like a 6-piece nugget remixed.
I had this shit. I had this shit in my van, y'all. I had this shit in my van in a fucking cup holder, bro.
What?
Yeah, bro. It was a big ass it was a okay.
A cup holder.
I'm on my way to work, bro. I'm on my fucking way to work. Okay. My radiator blows out. I'm in the middle of New York Avenue and Mass Avenue, bro. No, New Jersey and New York Avenue. So I busted left because I got to pull over.
That's a busy ass intersection.
Oh, was it ever busy? So can you imagine having the BGs right down the street from your job? Okay. I had the BGs right down the street from my job, and there's a million people walking out of the apartment building.
Wow.
So I'm looking around at all these white folk, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna pull my ass out. I'm not gonna pull my ass out. That might be a full, all out, beat down from the cops with shit on my butt. That just ain't gonna work for me, right? So I had this mobile console that came with the van, right? Praise the Lord for this one. Okay, it was a cup holder, it was a deep cup holder. I squatted on that motherfucker like it was no tomorrow. The best feeling I ever felt in my life. And let me ask y'all this too. Okay? And we're gonna get to these comments in a few seconds. I got some funny ass comments down here. But real talk, y'all. Which one is the better feeling? Orgasm, peeing, or finally making it to the toilet before you shit on yourself? Which one is more relieving?
It's kind of a tie between the orgasm and making it to the toilet to poop.
Bruh, I ain't going front. It's for real. Making it to the toilet to poop is more of a sigh of relief. I saved the Paris Rose. That kind of shit. It's not really a release. But I will say, releasing your bladder after holding your urine for a very long time hits different. I swear, it hits hella different.
Y'all be running around here. Y'all ain't never took that. Y'all ain't had that stress relieving dump where you sound like Popeye. You be like,
no, but
y'all made me drop my phone on that one. Fuck out of here.
Hold on. I'm tired. I was like, no, but I had one where I was like, oh my God. So that's why I said it's like it happens because you just make it and you're like, oh my God.
No,
like I said, it's more of a relief.
That one that stretched you out just a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's the one that make it. That's the one that make you come up out your shirt and shit.
I used to do that. Let me tell y'all a story. Now, when I was little, I used to get naked to poop, and so what made me stop doing it? I think I did tell a story one time, but what made me stop doing it is I had to poop at school, and I refused to poop at school when I was younger, but I couldn't hold it this time. I took my clothes off, and I was using the bathroom, and somebody came in, saw me naked. Well, they saw my clothes on the floor, went and told the teacher. The teacher came in, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." She went and called my mama. Everybody in the class knew I was naked in the stall, and from that day forward, I didn't poop naked again.
Hey, so y'all, okay. Now, before we get into the questions, because this shit is getting really real over here in this comment section. Let me ask y'all this: everybody that went to work or went to a restaurant and was next to a person that was older and they was talking to themselves, they were motivated themselves, they was like exercising the demons. Have y'all ever heard somebody talking while they shitting?
Yep.
Hell yeah! I tell them bite down on your lip and show that turd who's boss.
Yo, no, bruh. When you said that, have y'all ever seen Austin Powers? Yo, that scene where he was in the bathroom and somebody tried to choke him when he was taking a shit. He was like, "Who does number 2 work for?" And the dude next to him thought he was like pep talking himself through the shit. He's like, "Yeah, man, show that shit."
He was like, whoa, hold on
Whoa.
there, buddy. You're gonna blow out your O-ring.
That was the funniest shit ever, yo. I'm gonna watch that shit tonight too. Thanks, T-Hog.
Man, we got it. Hey, look. She dope said chili shit. Now that sounds bad. Can I add? But let me say,
pull these comments up too.
Yeah, put them up. Chili shit. We start with that. Listen, the only thing colder in the world, other than this weather that we have right now, is urine and peeing on yourself or shitting on yourself.
While you outside. Oh my gosh. I ain't even, never mind.
Bruh.
No, you can be inside. Pee will always wake you the fuck up. It always wakes you up. You wake up wet.
It
cold.
will. It will. I don't care how much under the cover you are.
This all right. Yeah.
Show that turd who's boss. Well, anyway, we do got some tea from Star herself. You know, you just got breaking news. Let the people hear that. Star.
It's time for the first official episode of Tea and Bubbles.
Oh my God, I can't stand y'all right now.
Did you say tea and bubbles?
Oh my man, we caught her taking the shit.
We got, like, you Phoenix, you would have had to have been here before the show to understand.
I know it's all right. I'm all. It's okay.
Go ahead, Star.
Oh no, because the host had muted my mic.
Yeah, that's because you was feedbacking. My bad. This shit was sounding terrible.
Well, I apologize, everyone. Sorry. Shortly before we got on the air, Shade Room posted that another young lady has come out with a rape allegation against Chris Brown. This time, she says that she was partying on a yacht with him and he drugged her and raped her, allegedly.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if people are not up on that, she is, I think, the third young lady recently that has come out with a rape allegation against him. And they're asking for more ladies to come out and tell their story. So,
well, I didn't know there were. Well, this is the first one I heard of. But this shows I don't keep up with this stuff. I didn't even know there was one, let alone more than one.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, because if you let the young ladies who are talking now tell it, there's a lot more young ladies who, were paid off or decided they didn't want to say anything because someone wouldn't believe them. It's kind of the same situation that Trey Songz is going through right now. He has some of the same allegations rolling out against him currently. So,
well, I'll say this. The only thing I'll say, because everything is alleged until everybody sees their day in court. So, because one could argue, why would Chris Brown want to do that? He's Chris Brown. But at the same time, we don't know. So I'll give my assessment on that once more information comes out and once this whole thing goes underway.
Now, in the comment section, we had Angel. She said that the previous one wanted 20 million. Is that true, Star?
Yes, that is true. She, instead of attempting to press charges, she filed only a civil suit. And, civil suits is not the same as criminal court. Civil suits is when you sue them for money. So that was her situation.
Well, let's see. That wouldn't that be an argument? There that kind of has little holes in it. Why would they go straight for a civil when they can do criminal charges?
Mm.
So I mean,
Well,
that looks
to answer your question, the truth of the matter is it just looks like a money grab. But most of these women feel that it's easier to just go after their money because they would rather settle. Like, for instance, $20 million is a lot of money to ask for. Let's say, for the sake of this conversation, that she has proof of the rape. So when her lawyer goes to meet with his lawyer, she show the proof, she get a nice big settlement.
Right, instead of going taking his name and running it through the mud.
So question. And this is more so this lands another question. Is that worth putting a price on your body though, or on your soul or whatever, so on and so forth? Would you not want to see justice for that person who took something from you, or rather than settle for just a payment to say, all right, that's basically in my mind saying, all right, my body is worth this. You can roam free, even though you did all this shit to me. Like,
Okay, so I'm gonna answer that question because sometimes it's just best not to go there. I never pressed charges against my rapist, but I also didn't tell anybody till I was 21. You go through a lot of things when when that happens, and so I understand, them not saying anything, and would much rather just deal with it outside of court. But then again, it does seem suspect. But I also understand why you just wouldn't want your face and everything out in public. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then not only that, when it's a celebrity like it is, even if you have proof, their fans are gonna eat you alive. And ain't none of that, they're gonna swear that you're lying. It's doctored, anything to protect their favorite person in the whole wide world. So a lot of times it's just easier. It's like, okay, I know that I'm not gonna get the true justice that I'm seeking, but I can get something for my pain because I won't get back what was taken. And again, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's the mentality you got to remember. There's a lot of these women who are not gold diggers. They really think they're going to meet a celebrity. The celebrity is going to like them for them. They're going to become the girlfriend. They're going to get married, and now she rich too. Like, they have these whole fantasy worlds about a celebrity, that they have a thing for. And then a lot of these celebrities are very powerful men. So even though they don't have to go that route, a woman that tells them no presents a challenge. That's now something new. So that's like a green light to some of them. Oh, you telling me no, I can't have it? Do you know who I am? What do you mean I can't have it? What if I just take it? And then they feel like nobody's ever going to go after them because they're so powerful as a celebrity, sadly.
So let me ask you this.
And then, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Would it be too much for celebrities or just people in general to have a consent agreement to have sex?
They do have that. Who's that new white rapper? Who's that new white rapper that's out? Everybody like Jack Harlow. He makes women sign NDAs before he even entertains.
Facts. Pre-nuptial agreements.
Do that? Like, does that include them signing off on every drink they took, or what I'm saying, the details of the evening?
It just depends on what you put in that. What you put in the NDA.
Well, if you're gonna make, I would assume that he's gonna make, or anybody's gonna make, a woman or male, if you're a female celebrity, sign an NDA. I'm pretty sure that covers all interactions you have with that person. Like, none of that stuff is gonna get out to the press, tabloids, and what have you.
Well, the difference is we're speaking on consent. An NDA is not a consent form. An NDA is something you sign to say that you cannot speak about it, or these actions can be taken against you. There's an app, I think it was Ray J that said he came out with it. If one of you know, please correct me. But a few years ago, where now you download it to your cell phone, and the young lady can sign it. She can do a quick video saying that she's not drunk, she's not under duress, she's okay in sex. That's what she came for, things of that nature. So yes, there are apps out there like that now. The question is, why are celebrities not being serious in using them?
I didn't even know there was a such damn thing as that app or app like that. You got to do like you got to meet with your attorney before you take girls out on dates.
Yeah. We got to run through some of these comments, man. Teresa, she said that it's harder to prove rape in a criminal case, except if your name is Bill Cosby. Okay, that was pretty potent. Sometimes it's easier to settle than go forward with the trial, she said. And trials can be so risky for the victim. I think that's very true.
Very true.
We also must. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say one can only imagine the pressures. I mean, most men don't necessarily experience that type of experience in their life unless it's juvenile, for the most part. But I can only imagine what women feel like going through that.
Juvenile or not, it doesn't excuse it. But what I was gonna say is, and on top of the fact of what happens, we also must remember that there are women that do come after men just because. I'm not saying this is the case with Chris Brown or Trey Songz, but this happens. So it's just like a give or take, and that kind of messes up things for people who actually are victims, and it makes it harder, which is why they settle out of court.
Well, I don't want to dwell on this subject because the R word will and can possibly get us flagged, and it's a very sensitive subject. And of course, we wish that everybody that is out there,
fuck it, we're gonna get flagged because we already getting flagged for this episode for some weird ass reason.
Why? Because we was talking about poop.
Nah. It just says an ownership link for Britain, Somalia. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but Brit Somalia TV. We just got flagged by them for this actual episode. I'm a little confused.
We didn't even play nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll screenshot it and send it in the chat.
That's why. Hey, DJ Slicky Woo Boo, what's good, man?
Let
me ask you a question. Are you still there? Just give me. Everybody put up a 1 if you still there.
No, they still here. They still viewing.
Okay.
The way I got it, the way I agreed to the terms, where you know what I'm saying, we're good to go.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go fight it later.
I am.
Okay, good.
Oh, Angel going off on FB. I was like, damn, we bitches and fuck us.
Gangsters.
I was a little upset. I was taken back a little
That's
bit.
my boo right there. That's my boo.
Well, let's shift gears to a very, very, very interesting topic I ran across on TikTok. So I saw a TikTok the other day I shared with the rest of the crew, and the TikTok was asking, what is an opinion you have that you know you're going to get a lot of heat for? And this gentleman voiced an opinion that he feels that if government assistance didn't exist, there would be a lot more deadbeat mothers. And when I say his comment section lit up, whoo, I went straight to the comments of that video.
I'm going to honestly agree, and I agree more than I disagree. But
well, explain, because that's basically what I want to lead off of. So let's have the discussion. How do you agree? How do you disagree? What we got?
By some of the people that I see, that I know get assistance now. Not everybody who get assistance is lazy, but there are a lot of people, single parents, that get assistance and they just don't do shit. So that's why I said I agree. You know what I'm saying? I disagree because some people get assistance and they do still handle their business. So yeah, but for the most part, I agree. I agree.
Mo?
Well, here we have it.
Yeah, this guy goes. Let me mute up.
My birth mother, and God bless her, whatever. It has been a generational curse for everybody in my, for most of the people that I've known that have been on assistance and things like that, to where they get hooked. It is a drug no more than anything else out here. And we already know, and God damn it, I got to go political. And I said that I wouldn't do this, but we already know the plan and the plot of the government in order to maintain this assistance is to not have who in the household? A grown ass man, right? There is no direction in the household.
Well, it's changed now. He can be there, but he just can't work or make over a certain amount of money. So it's basically
that basically means financial castration and lack of power over his household, because the woman is going to be making way more or you know what I'm saying, period, from the government. This is all the plot and the ploy to keep women more independent and not trying to look for relationships. Like, what the fuck do I need you for? And I got big government daddy. I'm out of here.
All right, so I think that it's both sides. All right, so I can only base it off of my situation. You feel me? Knowing that the way that my mother loved me, you feel me, with or without assistance, she was going to provide. You feel me? She stepped up to the plate when my father didn't. So it's kind of hard for me to say that, yeah, it will be more deadbeats. I think it will be more humble women out here. I think a lot of women flex because they got a little extra money because of the assistance. You feel me? They do a little bit too much, but when your cash flows a little bit more and you really got to get in the trenches and grind for that money, you feel me? You're going to be a little bit more humble. You feel me? Because you know what you really have. You feel me? Your ego is not swole. Now, to go into what Mo was saying, the system about assistance. Now, let's talk food stamps, because I've been in a situation where both my wife and I together, income wise, we did qualify for food stamps, and it wasn't because we weren't just trying to go. But we weren't trying to. It wasn't because we was trying to work the systems. It was just because at the point in time, that's what we were making, and the cost of the economy was fucking us. We could barely make it. You dig what I'm saying? So in those situations, when you have a family coming together to get assistance, it shouldn't be no problem. You feel me? Now, when a person just doesn't want to do something, then that just changes the whole dynamic of the situation.
But with that being said, Rock, I think that the scenario that you just mentioned is way different. It's way different. We're talking about the fact that men are forced out of the households, and like she said, they're bringing it back, okay? But then he's limited to only make a certain amount of money. That is literally castration of a male. Like, that's literally stopping his hustle. So I think that, you know, food stamps, SNAP. I was on SNAP even when I was in the military. We got SNAP, all that stuff. Like, bro, I get that. Like, food is too goddamn expensive any goddamn way. So I understand all of the above on that one. You dig what I'm saying? Go for what the hell you know. You dig what I'm saying? But what we're talking about is, quick, you want to repeat that? Never mind. So what we were saying is that the women, and a lot of us do know some that are that if they didn't have this assistance, would they be the same supposed go-getters and boss biatches that they claim to be?
Well, I mean, look, I'm gonna say it like this: OnlyFans done really proved how much money you can make in the clutch. So what you talking about? And I hate to use that as, you feel me, the only example, but that's just one strong supporting example.
Yeah.
Another example was in the during the pandemic. It was actually two ladies from DC that actually started some type of baking business. I think it was like cakes or cheesecakes. You feel me? They thrived in during adversity. You feel me? So I feel like it's a lot of women out here that got just as much hustle and grind as a man. So I just really can't say that, you feel me, they would be deadbeats, you know what I'm saying, outside of.
No, not all, but there are a good amount. There are a good amount that would be. Not all of, because you know what I'm saying, there is hustle. And like Star and I are both mom of 5. And I have had assistance. I got assistance now. But I still work. Well, I ain't been to work since I got bit. But I still work. I do hair. If I can't work, I'm gonna do hair. If I need to, I'll sell dinners. I'll do whatever I gotta do. But that's the difference. If I have to, because there's been times where I didn't have assistance for a long time and wasn't getting assistance from their father, and I had to make it work. That's me. But not everybody's going to do that. So that's why I said some, not all women, would be short. They would be deadbeat.
So now, can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. Just a quick question. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that there should be, in certain situations, or with certain situations, should there be a cutoff on certain assistance?
I can't say that. I think that it's due to economic hardships. We are living in a time right now where jobs are scarce because they've all been outsourced to other regions of the world. Makes it really hard. It also depends on childcare. We have brand new grandmothers out here who are not playing that bring your kid over here shit. So it's a lot of struggles with that. It's a lot of struggles. It's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts.
Man, I feel
So
you.
to answer your question, there was a cutoff. It's 60 months. But the reality of the situation is with the cost of living constantly going up, they realized that it wouldn't be, a good idea to cut it off at that time. I mean, I listened to everything that was said, and I want to be clear in my position on it. I do feel like there would be some deadbeats, and that's typically the ones where her hair and her nails look fly as hell and her kids look raggedy. I feel like that's dead wrong, period. If somebody can show picture proof for a while that you're spending that money for yourself, I feel like they should cut your ass off, period, and point blank. But don't get it confused. The constraints that are put on Black women in order to receive assistance is not put on other women, because the actual percentage, there's more white people and more Hispanic people receiving food stamps and TANF than Black. But at the same token, when they sign them up, they don't tell them, oh, you got to give us your baby daddy information because he got to pay it back. They don't tell them, oh, he can't live with you. Oh, he can't work. Us, on the other hand, we be stuck having to lie and look like fools. I can't tell you how many times I've had to go into one of those buildings and see some young girl telling them, oh, I don't know who my baby father is, just so that she don't be stuck in that situation of choosing between, okay, I know for sure that this money and this food stamps is coming, so I know my kids is good every month, or I have to trust this man and hope that he do what he's supposed to every month. It's not necessarily the man's fault, but it's way different for how they approach a Black woman coming for assistance than any other woman.
And some of them say they don't know the father, so they won't put the father on child support. Because if you get cash assistance, they will put the father on child support, whether you want them to or not.
Exactly.
Boy, do I know about that shit.
I didn't get cash assistance for that very reason, because I didn't want to put them on child support. I worked.
But let's be real. Let's be real. Man, look, I think everybody should get food stamps, to be honest with you.
No
Like,
bull.
to be completely fucking honest with you, no matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends. After a certain line, nah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you know what I'm saying? Lower class, middle class, man, throw us some food stamps, man. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? It don't get, at least to help the cushion. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of those vouchers and stuff, give it to the people that need it. You dig what I'm saying? All these special programs, give it to the people that really need it. You feel me? It needs to be more of a screening process. Now, Star, I can't say that the screening process it's been different, because I know whenever we apply for anything, they tell you, you got to bring X, Y, and Z in, and based off of the information that you supply, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? This is the outcome. But like I said, it just needs to be, I agree with Kendra. Kendra said it needs to be monitored. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And also, and this may be pushing it and asking for too much, but you know what I'm saying? There should be things in place to help empower people and help them grow. Like, let's be real. If a household is struggling because of income, you feel me? Why not offer a program where, okay, 60 months, cool. Well, in that 60 months, you can put somebody through some type of certification program or degree program where they can have an opportunity to get a better job. You feel me? Like, the problem.
But they do. They do. They have all that stuff. They have. Oh, listen, I was working. And this is when I was married. I was working. He was not. Do you know they made me go through the program? They made me go through the program. And he was on all the information. We both were on there. They made me do it. It just depends. They have stuff. They do. It's just people don't utilize it, and they don't make them utilize it.
So whose fault at that point?
Right there, because I don't think it's a problem of utilization. I'll give you a good example. I was 19 on benefits for a while before I just went and got me a damn job. But telling me that I have to come to this church every Monday and I have to sit there for 5 hours out of the day and y'all not doing nothing. You asking, do you know how to fill out a resume? I tell you, I've had a job before. So how are you helping me if that's the only thing that you have for me? And it's only for them to log in that you came, you signed in at this time, you left at that time. So, okay, you get to keep your benefits for another month. That's ridiculous. They don't have a comprehensible program. They don't have an A to B to C to D. It's like, I'm sorry, I get so pissed off just at seeing how that goes, because that's just like with Virginia Williams when they first were doing housing vouchers, Section 8 vouchers. There was nobody checking those people in Virginia Williams, and they was putting their friends and family ahead on the list. Then what was it that happened? Hurricane Katrina. All those people came here. You had people who live here giving fake addresses from out of town so that they can get put to the top of the list. Once they discovered that, they started charging $500 to people who don't even have money to live. If you got $500, boom, I'll give you a voucher. Guess what? When they discovered that, they fired everybody over Virginia Williams. 2 years later, they had to fire more people because the new people was doing the same shit that the old ones was, because there's no checks and balances. If it's 60 months that you get to be on that, okay, cool. After those 60 months, you need to start lowering, you know what I'm saying, the help, and start actually producing a way for people to get along. You know, how to maintain a job. What are you good at? What fields have you worked in before? What fields can you work in now? And actually train them for that. And as far as housing goes, okay, you've been on Section 8 for 10 years. You can't be on Section 8 for 20 years. You need to start sending them to homeowners classes, teaching them about, you know, realty, actually helping the people. But they'll never do that, because then the money that they digging their hands into, pretending like they giving to the people, will be cut. Because if you're actually helping people get off the system, then the system is not needed. So when they giving out billions of dollars and millions of it is disappearing and nobody have an answer for it, that's where the real problem is, because they too busy trying to line their pockets instead of fix the economy. I'm done.
Okay, well, goddamn, Star, thank you. I think we're gonna end that conversation on that note, because she tried to like kind of put her foot in the ass of the dead horse. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and shift it. Since Star preaching, I think Star want the men to do a little bit of preaching time. Do I need to?
Well, I say after you say this, we're gonna actually
nah, go ahead. I was just gonna shift the conversation, but go ahead, finish off.
Well, glad we're in conversation shifting mode, because I feel, as we agreed, that Star should actually shift this conversation. Star, the floor is yours.
All right, here is my disclaimer, ladies. You may be mad at me, but I love you. So here's the situation. I see a lot of my sisters saying that there's no good dudes out there, and, you know, they have tons and tons and tons of complaints. So I felt like we should take a moment, or however long, and listen to the fellas and let them tell us how to get a man. Maybe it's us. And I think it's nothing wrong with us giving our attention and ears to the fellas to find out where the disconnect is.
Reverend Mo.
Such a beautiful introduction.
You know what? Instead of me going on, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna hold back, okay? Because I really want my brethren, a man who has been married, to actually kick this off first, okay? So by all means, please.
Yo, what, me?
Oh, do your honorable
I would say you're the most credible one, being that you've been married and happily married for some years.
So let me say that, like, that's not just because of me, and I ain't even gonna sit here and fake. And I appreciate it, but that's not me. Marriage is a two-way situation, and it takes her compromising just as much as me compromising. So I'm not even gonna sit there and take full credit for that one. But damn, how to get a man or how to keep a man? It's easy to get a man.
Well, how to get one? Tell them how to get one first, and then we'll go into the keep on the second half of this.
See, that's my point of view. Is getting a man is not easy. It's easy. You feel me? It's keeping us is the problem. That's what I see, because I see women every day. Well, I got people I know that every fucking 6 months they got a new boyfriend, they got a new man. The thing is, they in rotation. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, I mean, I really can't say why, and I'm blown because y'all niggas put me on the spot like this. But I mean, one, you gotta listen. Like, and I don't want to say listen to what I say, but like listen to what I say. You feel me? Like, men are not complex. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much say exactly what we feel. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that at times you don't like what we say, so you really don't hear what we're really saying. You know what I'm saying? Listen a little bit. I don't know, y'all threw me in the loop. I don't know, baby. Am I? I'm a good husband, right? I think I am. She looked at me funny. I think I might be in trouble, y'all.
Fine, you can be in trouble tonight. Forget that.
So now she had her headphones on, but nah, for real, it's learn how to compromise. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as you want, you feel me? You got to give. Just as much as you want to take, you got to give. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Mo. Help me out, bro. Like I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to preach. You know what I'm saying? I was prepared to be like, preach, pastor. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be your hype man. You know what I'm saying?
So here we have it, y'all. Here we have it. The inevitable question that every woman wants to hear men do the barbershop talk, right? So, fellas, it's the three of us. We are the three amigos in this situation, and we shall deliberate, all right? So, basically, in barbershop talk and all the years that men that I've been around listen to older men talk and the complaints that they've always had about women, it has never been necessarily about output of sex. It has been the output of your mouths. It is the verbal diarrhea that makes the cat trash. It is the lack of understanding and being able to be an empath when we are going through shit, but y'all can figure us out if we're cheating.
We dream that. That's how we figure it out.
Nah, fuck that. We didn't ask for you to talk. This is the men's time.
Oh, and I apologize.
It is also the fact that while y'all can put forth the effort to see the change in patterns because we have cheated on you, because you have had verbal diarrhea and you don't respect us or be empathetic to the pain that we feel on a daily basis, that fucks us up in the head. There is no way possible that a woman can play detective, go through phones, do all that stuff, right? But she can't sit her ass down somewhere, stare you in your face, and tell you, I fucking love you. I'm your counselor. Let's go. You dig? We ain't leaving this joint until you talk. Now, listen, Angel, and listen, all the beautiful ladies that's on here. I do expect that you wouldn't take this personally, because these are worst case scenarios that we are talking about. Ain't nobody perfect, and men definitely aren't. But if you want to learn something, you can't say shit, and you can't think of yourself as the only goddamn female that was born. So I suggest y'all relax and let's get ready for this ride. Buckle up and quick. We already waiting on you, babe.
Oh man. Well, I will start this off by saying, because I have friends that are females, and they always, and granted, this is just in general. For some reason, maybe it's just because I am empathic. But I am the friend that a lot of people come to for the advice, for the guidance, so on and so forth. And I'm able to empathize with them on every aspect. So when I have my female counterparts come to me about their relationship stuff, a lot of them have one thing in common. The majority of their relationship decisions and advice are influenced by their female friends who are not in relationships and can't stay in one. So where you're getting your advice from is a big issue, because why would you get financial advice from a broke person? Why would you get relationship advice from your friend who can't keep a boyfriend? Let alone when she gets one, doesn't last 2 months. That's the first issue. You are seeking advice from a brick wall. And I noticed, and for real, this kind of goes back to an old Dave Chappelle bit. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. When women used to read those magazines that had those 50 to 100 ways you can keep your man or make your man happy. He's like, shit. You can tell those are written by a woman, because if it was written by a man, there would only be 3 things on that list. Only 3. You wouldn't. There is no 150 things you need to do to keep us. We're really simple at the end of the day. If you want to be truthfully honest, very, 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 very simple.
Can I add something to this?
Go ahead,
ladies. You gotta learn how to cook.
Facts.
Let's be real. I love my wife. You feel me? My mama can cook. You feel me? So the standards was already high. You dig what I'm saying? My wife gets down in the kitchen. You dig what I'm saying? A man is disappointed when he comes home to some dry ass macaroni and cheese and some underbaked baked chicken or some fried chicken that look like baked chicken. You dig what I'm saying? If you can't whip that, when they say the stomach is a way to a man's heart, I swear to God, they not lying. I'm trying to tell you, feed us, fuck us, and suck us.
All right,
love us.
That sounds simple. That does sound simple. But now we barbershop talk, fellas, and this is something that we do have to admit, and we're gonna have to talk about this. It takes a lot more effort for women to receive ding-a-ling on a daily basis than it does for us to put it in. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't get it when I was young and dumb. You dig what I'm saying? But it does take forth a lot of effort because we different. We can be savages at times. You dig? So we got to remember the responsibilities at the same time. I do get that one.
But at the same time, that's a double-edged sword because I guarantee you, whenever a woman comes to you and says she wants sex, 9 out of 10 times a man is not going to say no. We have to either be really tired or something else really has to divert us from, turning that down. But we don't get that in return. Like, granted, there's times we do, but we don't get an automatic. We don't get if a woman just says no, not in the mood. Don't feel like it today. We cannot be in the mood. But when was the last time you said no?
Okay. So since you said that, we have to give women a fair fight. So since you felt like that, women can always turn us down, and they don't supply us with enough loving, right? Sexually, right? Sexual healing. Can we agree that? Okay, this is all hypotheticals, y'all. This is not anything towards women or anything directly, but y'all wanted to know what men think. So now we have to pick our brains as this panel right here. So instead of daily sex, right? What could a woman do to make up to keep you engaged and keep you there if she's not having sex with you all the time?
You want me to answer that?
Hey, it's an open panel. Whoever wants to go.
So to me, what makes it dope is there's a balance of sex and us actually spending time together and enjoying each other's company. You dig what I'm saying? When you have that connection with a person, you feel me, where y'all laugh at the same thing, or y'all can be thinking about the same funny shit at the same time, or you can finish each other's sentences, or when you could vibe, when y'all vibe on that same frequency, you feel me? Outside of it being a sexual relationship, that's what makes it even better. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Kendra, to answer your question, yeah, it's trust me, I done seen some Thanksgiving plates out here. Them shits do not look appealing.
No, it's really real, y'all. Like, the women can't cook. You know how Yin can cook? Y'all remember Yin can't cook back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Like, guys, Yin can't cook. Women can't cook. Some women cannot fucking cook, and I'm dead ass. I am dead ass. Like, they grown ass women. Okay, I've been around some grown ass women, 37, 38, 40, that just ain't into it. It takes too much effort. And when you cook, when the one thing about cooking that women don't understand, not women, but some women don't get, is that it's with love. So if you're not pouring your love and your time and your effort into it, that's the same example of your relationship. That's why men are so obsessed with cooking. So if y'all didn't get that, I hope that y'all just took notes, because that's the exact reason why women that can't cook, they probably won't make a great relationship. Straight up and down. It takes time, effort, and give a fuck in
All right.
order for you to make something taste so good with minimal ingredient. And it doesn't have to be the best cut of meat. It doesn't have to be. It could be oodles and noodles. You can make gourmet fucking oodles and noodles, and that shit gonna make a man just be like, I did not know these shits taste this goddamn good.
Hey, you want to know some true shit? And it's funny that you say this. So, if y'all don't know, for those who don't know, I met my wife when we were like teenagers, right? Oodles and noodles was the first thing that she made for me. Like I was at her house chilling, you know what I'm saying, crashing over at the family house, skipping school, got high, had the munchies, and they made me oodles and noodles, man. And I'm like, dog, I love you. Like that shit was perfect. Hold on. Hey, I love you. I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, and it's still, and it's crazy. I'm gonna be real with you, because we talk about food and shit. Like, how a woman makes your sandwich tells you how she feels about you. That's fact.
All right.
If your mayonnaise is spread evenly on your bread, you dig what I'm saying? If she cuts your sandwiches up for you and presents it with a presentation, nigga, she loves you.
Post Crystal's comment just right now. This is so on time. Men like simple as shit. Y'all really only eat like 5 things. Damn straight.
So why is it so exactly? So it shouldn't be that dang hard. And this is another thing. This is divert to a more serious thing. Now let's focus on the root of every relationship, and that is the communication aspect, because that is the base. That is the foundation. That is the infrastructure. We all can agree, right, fellas?
Indeed.
For shit show.
Now, once again, one thing that is common amongst a lot of, well, at least the ones who tend to make the wrong decisions in finding and maintaining a relationship. Firstly, when communicating, please be clear. Men are not mind readers. Most times we cannot, unless we are empaths to the extremity of mediums, we cannot read your minds or your emotions. Please tell us what the hell is wrong. Stomping around the house like a 5-year-old is not going to solve the issue. Talk.
Hey, Mo, one more time for me. Shoot them shots, nigga. God damn.
Talk, damn it. I'm just saying. Just talk. And then you got the nerve to get mad talking about, you never understand me. You never understand. Oh, you're damn right I don't understand. You don't speak. So I can't understand.
So let me ask y'all this, fellas. You know, I gotta throw a monkey wrench in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it don't seem so one-sided. So do you think that we should, as men, we should do a better job at paying attention to the signs after you've been with a person so long? You should be able, you know, to kind of read them.
Now, yeah, well, that comes with time. That comes with you being in the relationship for some time. Now, if you're fresh in a relationship, say the relationship is going on for only like 4 or 5, maybe 6 months, and they do stuff like that, because that's literally how some women go about their emotions with a potential significant other or their significant other in general. If you guys are still in the dating or talking, whatever title you choose to get it, phase of the relationship, what I just said applies. Communicate. We're trying to build this relationship rapport here. Man, you know,
Crystal,
have a good night, DJ.
Have a good
night. All right now, bro. She preaching. She said, but y'all motherfuckers can't be deaf mutes either. Y'all be in y'all heads like shit. Now let's address that. Fuck everything else. Let's go at this. Let's go at that right there. Okay. The reason why we are deaf mutes, it starts from the day that we are born and how we are raised and how our ass gets kicked for being emotional. Now, this is the big contradiction amongst women, especially in our community here, that I hear constantly. Okay. And this is the reason why I'm the founder of the Light Skin Coalition, because light skinned men are considered to be way more emotional than darker skinned men. Now, that is just funny shit. Okay. But let's get right to the meat and potatoes. Right. So basically what I've learned over time, with women is that a majority of them, I got sisters galore. I have women that I've dealt with. They do not like an overly emotional male. And anytime that I have ever expressed myself and gotten overly emotional, being young, dumb, you know what I'm saying? I was married at 19, so I didn't know any better. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's in my heart and my mind. It was shunned. It turned her off sexually, because women naturally do like alpha males for the most part. Too much communication for a woman can be overwhelming with the emotional communications that y'all have in your own heads and bodies. Now, remember, y'all deal with menstrual cycles, y'all deal with children for the most part. You are constantly going through an emotional up and down every month, if not every goddamn day. Let alone you want a big baby to come home to, and you sit up there and you want us to tell you every goddamn thing. You dig? I don't know. Maybe that's me. I digress.
I agree.
Preach up.
So as we get back to the communication.
Hold on, bro. You know what? I think it is time for us to go ahead and interject some beautiful feminism in here and some beautiful estrogen and all that good stuff. By all means, you got a stage.
All right, so it's response time. So for this so far, okay.
I don't really have a response. I was soaking up the knowledge. If you want me to be quite honest, and I guess this is where I finally sound conceited. I listened to everything y'all said, and shoot, that ain't a problem with me. First of all, I used to own a catering company, so people have actually paid for my mac and cheese and my fried chicken and so forth and so on. So cooking is I got that sold up. Look. Don't be telling people you had my cooking, boy. Anyway, in all honesty,
it was all right.
Now whatever. Anyway, now that I'm older, my viewpoints are different. And I just simply can't find a man that can meet me at that. You know what I mean? But I'm also not one of the sisters complaining. I've been celibate for 2 damn years. It ain't no big deal no more. For me, I do want to get married. I want a man that I can feel safe with, that when I call him and say I need help, he got me. Now, why would I need to call him if we married? Because we don't have to live together. I'm a mom. I still have children that I'm raising. So I love you. I'm serious about you. It's only you, but you keep your place. I'll keep mine. It's sexier that way any damn way. Because when I show up in trench coat and heels and I'm trying to serve this good on a platter like Domino's pizza, that's more exciting for us. The problem is, can't find a man that thinks like that currently. So that's my situation. So I don't dog men out, and I don't say there's no good men, because I know that I'm an anomaly. I want a situation that most people can't get with. So I am just waiting patiently till I find that. That's all.
Hey, Rock, do me a favor. She Dope put up something. Crystal put up something. They saying something. So, all right, right here. I'd rather she prefer a overly emotional male than one that she has to assume how and what he's feeling. Ladies, go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
So she want a light skinned nigga.
Oh no, because dark skinned men are very emotional. They just try to hide it.
Oh my God, yes they are.
Can I say?
Go back.
Go back one.
Crystal said, but if we open with each other, it's time to cancel all these BS toxic stereotypes. Okay, go now.
Amen, girl.
The problem isn't cooking for a man; it's having a man worth cooking for, not finna waste groceries. Ooh.
No, hold on now. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm trying to make though. That's the feeling. Now, women have a natural instinct to see a change in a man, right? Without even thinking about it. You said it comes to you in your dreams. Well, nigresses, can I say something? We have a natural stomach problem when you can't fucking cook that makes our motherfucking senses go up. Our antennas be like this. Do. Fuck that hoe. Do. She don't care about me. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all have to through y'all.
Now that's true. That's true. You can tell if a woman cares about you if she cooks for you and if she takes the time to make food. That is true. That is true.
Man.
All right. And also, since we're on the subject, let's also address a term that has been rampant for a very long, well, not so much a term, a saying. And I'm pretty sure everybody has heard this saying multiple times just within the past 5 years. And that term is the term, niggas ain't shit. Have you heard that before?
5 years?
I'm just saying. No. I said at least in the past 5 years. I'm not saying only. It's been around forever. I've heard it since I was little. But anyways, I say all that to say
that was 5 years ago, nigga.
All right, whatever. So anyways, since I was little. And granted, you see how the women reacted to that?
Because the reason why I reacted to that, because it's not. Let me tell y'all something. I'm so grateful for the people in my life that I was raised. I didn't have the perfect upbringing, but I had a pretty good upbringing, and there was never not one time in my family, of all the women in my family, have I ever heard that saying. Never. I have never heard that saying.
Well, it don't have to be.
The women in my family didn't use it either.
It doesn't have to be in your family.
But they didn't act. No, I'm just saying, because that's who I was around. I was always around my family. I had friends, I have cousins, but I have never, ever, ever, and my family has never acted that way.
Right.
No matter what they went through,
determines what you'll say.
Yep. And,
so
and even though their husbands was doing some shit and they was doing some shit, I have never, ever heard my aunts, my grandmother, my uncle, they was doing some shit, all of them. But ain't none of them ever talked bad about their spouse that we heard of. And ain't none of them ever said, you don't believe in no man, you don't trust no man. I've never heard that until I got older. Never.
Right. Well, good, because by all means, I haven't grown up with women in at least my immediate family saying that either. But what I observe in society, it's a popular saying. And granted, what I notice in the women who say this, now granted, this is also on the other side with men who have problem with girls and so on and so forth. But the women who have problem with men, the reason they keep finding themselves in a situation where they are in a relationship, then about 2 days later they on Facebook posting niggas ain't shit. Then a month later they in one. Then in the next week, niggas ain't shit. It's because they tend to go after the same niggas that ain't shit.
It's because they not shit.
Exactly. So for one, some women can't stay in a relationship because they need to look in the mirror and reevaluate the patterns that they're going through. Maybe you are not choosing the right ones. Because at the end of the day, you say
yes. Damn. That was a punch to the gut. But no, I wanted to say, before we get away from the subject, just in case any of the fellas that's listening in or is going to tune in later and I confused you, I just want to make myself very clear since I spoke on myself. I am looking for a companion, someone that I can love, that loves me. We can have fun and we can be us. I don't need a man to help me raise my children. I have teenagers. So let me clarify, because when this subject first came up, somebody made a comment about, having to pay two household bills and stuff. I ain't asking you to pay my bills. I said I want a companion, someone that loves me, that I can love, that I can enjoy. My personal thing. That's the husband I'm looking for. Don't want you trying to be stepdaddy or any of that other stuff, because I don't need you to do it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so we do have like some quick funny subjects or whatever, not to rush, because we can still continue with this, of course. But let's go ahead and see how we can come to a conclusion. We do have some dope ass comments that have been made. We still are getting them. Crystal, she said the law of attraction, and yep, you are what you attract. Now, I've been one that has always said that. I have been recently told that when I used to complain about my ex. I've heard it a million times. Sometimes you forget. You forget who you were in that moment and what your body told you that you wanted. Your mind, your body, your soul was looking at that person, and that is exactly what magnets do. You know what I mean? You can reverse polarity and kick them out. You know what I'm saying? A little sage, little yoga might do you some good. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that everybody that are human are guilty as charged as far as attracting who they are over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day. I think that that's the only hell
You
that
repeat
people
you
have.
repeat the lesson until you learn it.
It's a
So
big ass Groundhog Day, and we just keep doing it until we feel like it's right. And usually what we find is that, and this is something that my father always told me, that, and I've always said this on every show, that if you're not able to laugh and have these conversations, if you're not having more fun without the confusion or the distraction of sex, you're going to learn a hard lesson when you get older, because then you have to deal with one another. That's why back in the day with the baby boomers, you always saw them sleeping in separate rooms because they couldn't stand one another. They made these goddamn children. They too old to go out and cheat. There's no more juke joints. There's no more pool halls. There's no more, everybody going their separate ways and the woman staying at home, or however it worked back then, right? I'm only assuming. I didn't live in that era, right? But that is the very fabric of what we came from, the genes that were passed down, is that we don't pay enough attention to the last and final moments of our lives. And what do we really need, to live out? And are we really marrying our best friend? That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? And until then, we just keep going in purgatory and repeating until we finally get that if and the and and the but.
but that's true, and that's what I think it's missing. It's on top of communication, friendships. We don't have friendships anymore. And that's what causes the problem. I think if you have a friendship, you can deal with more serious issues a lot better. You might have a little personal moment, but then you're like, you know what? Okay, fuck it. Let's deal with this. Or I don't like you right now, but okay, I'm cool. Because you have that, you can switch that off and on. You need that in order to have a healthy relationship. You have to have that friendship. It's important.
That's so dope. Also, damn, I lost my thought that quick, man. That's how you know I'm getting old. Anybody want to be my friend? Because I'm getting old. Somebody got to change my shitty diaper, because I think I'm on the verge of Mr. Hanky Poo.
As long as you don't do it again in the car, we good.
No, that was aggravated ass salt. Okay, that was just that's just what the fuck happens, man. It just look.
Did you say you were about the Mr. Hanky Poo? That's what we call it now?
Yeah, bro. I drew him. You didn't like my drawing? You want to see my Mr. Hanky Poo drawing?
I knew you was drawing over there when I saw you over there.
I can't really show it because I got the background, so it's not really trying to show it. Yeah. Mr. Hanky Poo, yeah, it's white, so my bad. It's seeing through it. But yeah. So, yeah. What's your closing arguments, Rock? What do you feel like is the most important thing to you?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said, what do you feel like is the most important thing to you to carry you through till death do you part?
I mean, you said one. I think you or Phoenix said it like in my situation.
We got a gym. Hey, yeah, Crystal just dropped a mad ass gym, bro.
You stay mad at your husband, but not your best friend.
That's exactly why you need the friendship.
Thanks.
Which leads what I was about to say. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know sometimes my house can get serious, and not just like serious as it's just negative, like, because we have those tough conversations. But I know for a fact that we laugh way more. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife is literally like my best friend. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, when I can make certain sounds and phrases, and she know we on the same level, you know what I'm saying? Like, she know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because as we were watching the 3-6 bone battle, you know what I'm saying? Like, my wife and I, we clicked off of 3-6 Mafia. So, like they playing these songs, and I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, remember we was here? remember we was here. You feel me? Like as I listen to like the hits of hip hop and R&B, and I'm hearing from the different times and eras, and I'm like, damn, Slim. Remember when Lil J was singing this song, or you know what I'm saying? Remember we used to rock this joint. It's like, dog, like, nigga, what was life before you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I know, like that's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because we got endless memory. So to sum it all up, yeah, like that friendship is where it's at.
Quick.
Well, that seems to be probably one of the biggest issues, because some people, both men and women, when they jump in these relationships that end up not working, they don't go into it looking for a friend. They don't go into it looking, whatever agenda or narrative they need to put, whether they just want some arm candy, whatever, or whether they just feel left out, or whether they feel pressured into a relationship, whatever it is. Your motive has to be correct when taking these types of steps, especially if you want the necessary or needed or wanted or desired longevity. So, as Crystal just said, you can be mad at your significant other, but not your best friend. Is that what you really are building when you go into these situations? Is that what is really forming?
Now, with that being said, too, Phoenix, did you have a point? I'm real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, so with that being said, too, right? Building blocks. Friendships. I think that we're all starting to get to this point where we're solving our own issues all together. Like this is why, you know, more heads are better than one. Oh, my bad, pause. Okay, that was awesome.
I was getting ready to say, yeah, that's not my type of party.
But we are starting to put our brains together, and everybody came in here with their issues, and we all have lived life long enough. I think everybody in here is damn near 30 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, I'm 18.
It depends on whether I got a beard or not.
Yeah.
Depends on whether I got a beard or not.
Hey, listen. So I think that we all collectively can say, and I want everybody in the comment section, man, y'all can throw the ones up if you agree with this. And Teresa, she just said, I'm learning to love the friendship and intimacy over the physical. Now that's crazy, right? But I think that we all can agree that if we don't apply any pressure, because pressure, it busts pipes, it makes diamonds, but diamonds are the hardest fucking substance on the planet. Okay, and if you rub it the wrong way, it will cut you. You said what?
My cockiness.
You don't have a baby over.
Shut up. Hey, look. Hey, pause, bro. Hey, listen.
You terrible.
Hey, nah, he beat me to the punchline. I might have went there, but look, bald head niggas, we think alike. So anyway, right? But everybody throw one up if y'all still around, if y'all think that friendship outweighs everything. I'm throwing up a one. I got a one right here for y'all. I know for a fact that is everything. You know what I mean?
I got a one up.
Very crucial. Yeah, for sure. Star, we're waiting.
Yeah. There's a one. Right. There's a one.
Yeah. Sometimes if the friendship is that strong, you'll turn your head the fact that your wife can't cook.
Nah, I don't think so.
Bro. Nah. If that's my best friend, she can't cook, I'm gonna be like, look, Slim,
y'all can get takeout.
Nasty.
So you gonna waste all that money all the rest of your life on food? Hell no, somebody better get some damn lessons.
Well, she can watch the cooking channel then and write them shit down.
That's what happened is me taking out that shit to the trash. Nah, we're gonna
and see that's why I have specifics on what it is that I want, because the whole conversation just now Do you know how sexy it is if y'all get in the kitchen and try to make a meal together?
Oh
Like
man,
Yes.
that type of stuff comes with the friendship when you love being around each other. I mean, come on. It is
You gotta
2022.
Yeah, get naked and
Seriously.
try to make breakfast and fuck over the eggs. I got
Yep,
you.
just like Bing Rames on Baby Boy. Yep.
I just wear a chef hat. That's it.
Now for the single people and the people that are still searching for love, we have a question, right? And I mean, even the people that aren't single, you know, you definitely can chime in because you have life experience, right? Excuse me, I'm burping, y'all. Too many fucking Monacos. Excuse me.
Oh, you think about mayonnaise?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
hey Rob, no,
ain't no Heinz around.
don't do that. Mm-mm.
I look, y'all make me lose my thought every time, Joe. Like y'all retarded.
And it was important. What was you going to say?
No, I was gonna say something. Nah, hell no. Y'all just go
Yes, it was. You said for the lovers, I mean the ones that are looking for someone and everything, it was a question to be answered.
I forgot it that goddamn fast. I think I had a brain fart.
No, what he wanted to say was that the No Filter show is going to eventually sponsor a singles cruise with all them wrinkled naked people. We gonna help y'all out.
That's what I was about to say. Can it get too cramped? What happens when a person falls in love with their friend so much that they miss you so much they gotta be with you? Like, can there be such thing as overwhelming, or taking over, or dominating, or not letting a person breathe?
Absolutely, but to get past that, that's what you got to tell a person. Like, yo, I need my space.
Yeah, clinginess.
Everybody needs their space. Yeah,
clinginess is very annoying.
Okay, so do you have to actually not like that person in order to give space? Like for you to, in order for you to cut that off, I think that space comes with maturity, but you know, that takes time to develop. You know what I'm saying? To want that space and just be like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? But
well, you do care. But the thing is, you care about that person more than you care about those feelings. Because sometimes, okay. It can be difficult at first to give somebody space when you really love them and you like to be around them, but you also have to respect the fact that they need that space. And sometimes you need the space too, you don't realize it. And if it bothers you to give someone space, you really need to look and see why. It's just something you need to deal with yourself, but everybody needs space. You know, there's nothing wrong with needing space, but just voice that you need space and don't be nasty. Hey, you get on my nerves. Don't be like that. Look, I just really need some time to myself. Okay, cool. If somebody's mature enough or they understand that, they will give you that time. If not, you're going to have a fight.
See, what it is,
you know what I'm saying?
What people, I mean, I won't say what people have to learn how to do, but what I learned how to do is when wifey's taking her time to listen to music and read her books and taking her space, I take that time for myself, you feel me, to do everything that I want to do. Now, I'm a workaholic, so wifey gets on me about the hours that I put in. So if she's wrapped up in her book, oh, nigga, I'm going to use all that time that I can until she be like, oh, my bad. Then I'll be like, oh, shit, it's all good. You know, I was working too, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about, you know, taking advantage of taking your space when that person's taking their space. Don't spend that time sitting up there, you know, waiting for them or being in your feelings because, you know what I'm saying, you want to be around them. Man, go do you. Like, fellas, go chill with your boys. You feel me?
Hey, yo.
Hop on the mat and play some Call of Duty or something. You know what I'm saying? And
that's another thing. That's probably the most awkward, or depending on who it is, learning when that space is needed. And this is when the clinginess comes in. Because there's an ongoing joke, and there's a lot of truth said in jest, of women who complain when their man is on Xbox Live or PS Live, all that. That's his time to unwind to himself. You know what? Let him do that, so when he clears his mind and gets everything off of his table so he's stress-free, then you can get all the time you need. You know where I'm at when I need space? The studio.
Look, that's what Crystal just said. She doesn't go in her husband's office and he don't come in her studio.
Shit. And just like Rock, my significant other is a bookworm too. It must be a Virgo thing. I don't know. But she's a bookworm too. So when she's locked into them books,
definitely a Virgo thing.
so there you go. So it's gotta be. So when she's in there, I'm down. When she's locked into one of those books that she stay reading, those vampire type things or whatever the hell, I'm down here doing my thing. Everybody wins. We meet up at the end of the damn day and hoorah, we eat and break bread.
So to piggyback off of what Quick said, I just want to make this statement.
Please post Teresa's.
I don't understand why some women get mad at their significant other playing a lot of Call of Duty. You feel me? Or just being a gamer, because I kind of feel like that nigga could be out the house doing anything else, but he's sitting in the house with you in the other room.
Facts.
Playing a video game. You feel me? Like, what the fuck else do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it.
Okay,
hold on real quick. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna read what my mama said. She said, if you find that you're being extra clingy, maybe you should examine what's going on with yourself. It could be coming from an insecurity, and that's kind of what I was saying.
Now let's keep it right there. Hold on. Hold that thought, because we are definitely going to address that. And that statement right there. Excuse me. But what did you say, Rock? Again, real quick. You was talking about video games, right? Because he was in the next. A man being in the next room, a woman being in the next. Women are doing it more than men nowadays, right? This becomes an issue because if the lines of communication aren't there, if the extra attention or the intimacy that is missing is being redirected into the energy of the metaverse, you know what I'm saying, or whatever video game, it can be seen as a distraction. And you stand up later with that damn video game than you are with your woman. That's all. That's how I see that.
Okay, because I was going to say something about the video games and the books, because I'm a reader too. I have a whole library in my house. So what I also know from that is, as a reader, the same attention that you give to that game, a reader can give to her books, and you can get lost and you can get caught up, not in the metaverse, but in the fantasy world. And so it can kind of give you an illusion of how things are supposed to be, or that you can just go here and get lost and ignore the issues or ignore your spouse or ignore your responsibilities. It's the same with reading. It's the same with the games. And so what you just said, Mo, is exactly what I was going to say. She got no business about himself. You can get lost in whatever. You can use that as a way to avoid actually dealing with your spouse or actually dealing with issues that y'all have together, because you just don't want to fucking do it. Oh, he know if I'm reading, I need my time. She know if I'm playing my game, I need my time. But y'all could be taking advantage of that. So there's nothing wrong with playing a video game or going to the gym or reading or cooking or whatever, but you cannot use that to avoid each other when you have issues there. You cannot use that to not spend time together. So it's a good and a bad, the pros and cons of everything that you do. You have to be cognizant of what you're doing when you do it.
Anybody else need to address this before we address the actual statement that Miss Teresa Proctor made? Because that is very powerful.
I just want to say, ladies, you like women that play video games too? It's cute.
I like Nintendo.
Hey, listen, so snap this. Let's go ahead, because we got, man, hey, listen, between Teresa and Crystal, they've been dropping some juice. So let's address this one right here. If you find that you are being extra clingy, maybe you should examine what's going on with yourself. It could be coming from insecurity. Now, drop it all the way down, because I think we got agreements all the way down to Crystal. She said that clinginess comes from when your identity is caught up in the person. Who are you to you first? And then she said insecurity. So I think that they're in total agreement with each other. Do women think, and this is before we speak, do you ladies think that men, when we're clingy like that, it is due to some sort of insecurity?
I don't think it's I don't think I've ever labeled it insecurity. I just think maybe you need, quote unquote, mothering. And when I say mothering, that you need some attention. Is somebody snoring? You need
Wow.
you need like attention, or you need to talk, or you need some type of something there. So I never thought about it as an insecurity. I just thought that maybe you just need a little bit more of something that you didn't receive growing up. So I come from a lot of places of looking at that inner person, looking at that inner child. And sometimes that inner child comes out and you don't realize that's what's coming out. So I kind of looked at it like that, but that could also fall under insecurity. It could be something that you as a child experienced, and that little girl, that little boy, well, in this case, little boy, needs some reassurance. So that's kind of where I get it.
Star, is there anything?
I mean, I don't really have anything to say. You know, like I said, I call myself an anomaly. When I'm in relationships, I'm quite different from the typical thing that I hear pertaining to women. And, you know, like I said, I'm on this we need each other type kick now. So, you know, women need men, men need women. Like, I'm just past all of that other stuff. I like video games. I always have. You know, I like 007. I like Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Where I can shoot and I
Those
can
was
fuck
my
somebody
game.
up.
Mhm.
So it never bothers me to have a man that's playing a video game, because think about this. If he's at home with you on his video game, he ain't out with your neighbor.
Mm-hmm. For the record, I smoke your ass in Mortal Kombat. But anyways, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go. Let's keep going. You don't know
Yeah,
that.
gentlemen. So how would y'all feel about a clingy woman? Because that kind of, from what I've heard, have made you deter or kind of make you run.
I can already tell, like, because granted, especially if you're a person who has their hands in a whole bunch of endeavors, such as myself or such as Rock or even G.I. Mo, because he has a whole lot of things going on. That would be very frustrating to an extent, especially if you're trying to get something done at a specific time, especially when we need that time to ourselves to get that done, and that aura or that concentration is constantly being broken by clinginess. That would cause a frustration and an issue. So yeah, that could be an issue.
But then, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. By all means.
I'm not gonna forget. So go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
But one of y'all go.
Okay.
Let me say my thought real quick. So I'm weird. So it's kind of like I'm fit. I don't want to say 50-50. I'm like a 20-80. 20% of the time, give me the clinginess. I like the attention. You feel me? Make me feel, that kind of shows me that you really digging me. You really appreciate it. You want me around. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other 80% of the time is, like Quick said, I'm a busy man. So understand that when I'm in my zone and I'm handling my business, then I'm handling my business, but I'm always going to find that time for you. You feel me? But yeah, give me a little bit of clinginess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit.
That's understandable. Now that ratio of clinginess to that's understandable.
But that's not being called clingy. That's just showing you attention.
Right. But to the girls, to the ones where being clingy is just part of their character, that is, and there's no breaking or compromise there. Yeah, that could cause an issue.
Mo?
To answer the question, do I think it's a insecurity? I mean, of course, when you got something that you cherish and you love, you know, it's always that thought that, you know what I'm saying, that junk can be taken from you. Look at the ratio of men versus women walking around here. You know what I'm saying? Shit wild and crazy these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing to get your jump snatched.
It's 14-1. 14 women to 1 man.
I'll be damned.
Wow. But speaking of insecurity, I wanted to touch on this real quick because this is kind of crucial right here. So recently, in a 4-part series, can you hear me?
Yep, you good, bro.
Okay,
good.
All right. I'm sorry about that. She has Miss Janet, if you're nasty, but Miss Janet Jackson has a documentary coming. And within that documentary, she also stated that she had weight issues, right? So, you know, everybody's seen her on Good Times and all that good stuff, you know, things like that. And when she went through her chubby phase, right? Michael used to fuel her insecurities by laughing at her, right? And he used to call her, and these are the names, y'all, allegedly, but he's not here to defend himself, right? But he used to call her pig, horse, slaughter hall, cow. And then he would laugh about it. And she said that she would laugh too. What a world.
I mean,
I've
been called worse. Don't family members always snap on each other?
I mean, but yeah, you know what I said, that's coming from the same man who had a Play-Doh nose.
I mean, and granted, he initially got a nose job because Joe Jackson used to call him ugly. His father used to call him ugly, say, you know, you got a big ass nose, and like call him ugly all the time, which made him want to not look like his father in a sense.
And now the whole world called him pretty. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She said somewhere down inside it would hurt, and I'm pretty sure that's what fueled a lot of all of them. I think that's what fueled a lot of all of them having those the nose jobs and the different allegedly. I can't say that allegedly, but
allegedly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it didn't surprise me because granted, like I said, I've been bullied by family too, you know, and that shit does hurt. Like, at the same time, I snap back. We snap back at each other, but there were sometimes I'm like, damn, really? You know, so sometimes you catch bad ones, especially when you're at certain points in your life. You catch a bad hook on the chin, you know, but hey, everybody caught that before. Or at least most people have.
Well, you know why it's so surprising? It's because it's coming from Michael. Mm-hmm. and it's Janet Jackson. And the thing is, we tend to do that, especially in Black household, Indigenous household. We Jones. We Jones.
I mean, like, because granted,
and it hurts sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's facts, and I don't want, and granted, yes, I see how you can say it's surprising because it's coming from Michael, but in actuality, if you actually listen to interviews by people who spent their lives around him or worked or was around him 24/7. Mike was a straight up black dude. He talked like a black dude, talked about black things and did black things. He was a man, and he was a N-word to the core. So it's not like
her brother,
right? And so it's not like he was some soft dude. I mean, he had like a shy demeanor and all that stuff because you can be a shy person, but you a man and cultured at the end of the day, for real. I mean, and anybody who was around him, everybody from his security, his brothers, sister, Janet is probably going to talk about this in the documentary. Everybody who literally grew up with him or was around him for long periods of time has said the same thing. He was just a regular dang dude, and a regular black dude who did what, cracked his jokes, had a personality. So it does not surprise me at all that these things went on growing up.
Them some corny ass jokes if you using slaughter hall. Who the fuck says that?
Bro, it's the 60s and 70s. Yeah, 60s and 70s.
Oh, my bad. The Jive Turkey.
Jive Turkey.
Shot in the mouth.
In early 80s, bro, probably.
So, I mean, and it doesn't excuse it, you know, because, of course, they say words don't hurt, but they do. Words do hurt, and they last longer than physical pain. Facts. So, you know, I get why, facts. You know, it came up because she hasn't dealt with that. Mm-hmm. And I understand that's why it's coming out. But the fact of the matter is, they're kind of making it seem like he said it as an adult. I'm pretty sure he said that when she was younger, because that's when she was dealing with the weight. Well, he was an asshole of an older brother.
Well, once again, it's an older
you know, it's a sibling. Yeah.
I mean, and once again, people are just taking a soundbite or a clip and making it a headline. There's probably more details because the documentary is not out yet. It comes out tomorrow. So people are just taking one clip of a 2-hour, one soundbite of a 2-day spectacle and just making it a headline and blowing it up.
Shoot, I didn't have an older brother, but I had older cousins, and my uncle was 10 years older than me. Man, they used to light me up. Okay.
I am 40 fucking years of age, and my younger siblings, give me the fucking blue.
Look, the younger ones are worse.
Bruh,
And
my
I
life.
burn they ass up right back. I'll be on they ass like a hawk. You heard me?
Bruh, fights broke out between me and my cousins because snapping went wrong. So so yeah. So that sounds like a black family to me.
Man, fuck that. Look, we grew up in PG County, nigga. Look, everybody, you can't call it snapping, nigga. We got joned on. Fuck that. Nigga,
hey,
tough
listen,
skin.
We gotta post these comments.
Super
listen, I've been posting these comments and you just be
my bad. That's probably because I was researching something. I wanted to see if I wanted to see if we had time, but yeah, she said shit. Words definitely heard in a black household, and those words stick with you sometimes.
Nah, that's super fact.
Yeah.
That is 100% facts.
Coming from someone that has been the big cousin of the family, I've always been talked about because of my weight. I used to hate going around family, but as I've grown into my own skin, I love me and all of my fatness.
That's right. Love them melon slices, boo. Go ahead.
Hey,
as we said yesterday on our show, I don't want to hear them excuses because you got a vagina. Okay, there are men out here.
What that got to do with your own personal emotional issues?
A woman ain't never ever need to have an insecurity. There is crackheads out here right now that are getting boned.
Keep on a goddamn crackhead.
Tiger Woods didn't have no standards. This man had 90 damn near million in his bank account. He went to Walmart. Shut it up.
Shut up.
I'm trying to give y'all ladies some confidence in yourselves.
We appreciate the confidence. But that doesn't mean we don't have that we didn't have insecurity. We have to get to a certain age before you really start to appreciate yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And the one thing about men, and I always tell them with their insecurities, bro, and this is what and this is crazy, and I always talk about this shit. I think I've said this a million times. Like I think I'm gonna repeat. This shit feels like I've said this a million times. If y'all never heard this.
Let me guess. When in doubt, pull it out.
Thank you.
Yo.
The worst case scenario, the worst thing that can happen is they say, I don't like it. It's not attractive. They might bust your ass a little bit, but if you keep pulling it out, one woman is going to see the glory. You heard me?
Oh my gosh, shut your mouth. Crystal said, oh my gosh. Crystal said that being talked about does build thick skin, and Kendra said having a vagina can get you smashed, but not always loved, respected, or valued. And that is absolutely true.
That's correct.
That is absolutely true. She said I was not in style, team light skin in the 90s. I'm telling you, we did not know. They thought we were bougie because we were light skinned. I was the most coolest girl you ever seen.
Do you know?
Yo, like for real.
But but hold up. But that's the reason why I got hands to this day. That's the reason why I got hands to this day. I had to take some L's.
Because I had to do some fights myself. Yeah, they thought I was soft. No.
I had to slide on niggas. I had to slide on niggas. For real, bro. Like high school was damn.
No, that's true.
But my neighborhood, I don't know where the fuck these people came from. I was thinking like, where the fuck are y'all from to be so goddamn weird? Like, why the fuck is it me? You know what I'm saying? Getting jumped and shit just because the way my skin tone was, but. That's neither here nor there. I could walk through a Klansman rally right to this day, and if they say the hard R, I ain't jumping on nobody. I'm just like, man, y'all just inbred, ignorant people anyway. I don't even listen to words no more. F them.
That's because you're older now.
She said they ain't like me. I was a dark. Now you know what? Dark skin folks, everybody go through the same thing.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that we do that to our family. I'm telling y'all, I thought I was a dark skinned girl. I swear, because my grandmother had the most beautiful dark brown skin. Oh, I loved her skin. And I just knew I looked like my grandma. The only reason why I found out I didn't is because my stank ass cousins will tell me I was white.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Nah. I thought I was light skinned until I got around some real light skinned people. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. No. And it's not your. I'll explain. Look. Now, granted, I was doing a film project years and years ago, and a lot of folks in the cast were of lighter complexion. They were all black, of course, but of lighter complexion. And we took a group, and I didn't notice it until we took like a group picture. We just all took like a little group selfie, and I looked at it. I'm like, damn, I'm the darkest motherfucker in this picture. Clearly, it's like no debate here. Like everybody was just like light bright. you know, and I'm like, damn, I don't think I make the cut.
Hold on, quick. We're gonna have to spin the block back to Weezy real quick. We not about to let this go. If you said you thought you was dark skinned, the lightest one out of all of them.
I agree with her. No, hold on now. I agree with her on this one because when I was in my parents, I was such a bad kid, right? They had me around all these daggone white kids, man. And I used to chicken fight the white kids. I was big and I was black. I was around Catholic kids. I was the only Negro there. You hear me?
Nah.
So I was black. That's all.
Bruh, nah, that's not it. It's either you black or you white. When she said she thought she was dark skinned, she had to have been around some albinos.
Oh, my bad. That's delusion. That's delusion.
It's because the reason why I thought I was dark skinned because all my cousins were dark skinned. And my grandmother was dark skinned. And I love my grandmother. And I just knew I looked like my grandma. And she bought me this doll. I used to call her Brownie.
Oh, that's cute.
Dark brown skin doll. Oh, she's so pretty. So I just knew that I was a dark skinned girl. I don't care what I saw in the mirror. I was dark skinned. But my cousins be like, you white. You know, hurt my little feelings.
Well, I be this ain't.
This is a funny ass subject, but it's like
this time get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, we need everybody to get their rest, man. Some of us got to be out in that cold.
Hold on, let me translate. Let me translate this for y'all. We have to get off the show right now because GMO is getting sleepy.
No, I gotta take a shit. It's like now.
We about to have another story, y'all.
Do me a favor, GMO.
What's happening?
In one sentence.
Uh-huh.
How can women keep a man?
Make sure that he can carry a conversation. The minute a man can carry a conversation, he has already won you over. Period. Forever.
Right. One sentence. How can they keep a man?
Oh, one sentence? That's like
one sentence.
Easy. Gotcha. Okay. So one sentence. Follow me on Instagram at Taylor May Rock, and I will tell you each and every day how you can keep a man.
All right, my turn. Ladies, the easiest way you can keep a man is if you play in my single Say Less with Forever Rose, available on all streaming platforms. And I guarantee that is going to lead to a long-lasting friendship.
That's why I love y'all. Y'all just so annoying.
Follow me at The Real K Quick. I am KQuick.com. You know the vibes. And also Solid is out. It's beats, bars, and fake. You know the vibes.
I never even got a chance to even tell. I didn't even know this is how we were current it. But everybody, you see it. You see what it is at GMO on all platforms, man. I love y'all, ladies.
Well, I'd like to say that I appreciate you three gentlemen. I tell y'all that all the time, so I do, and I love y'all.
Oh, what did you learn today?
A lot, though I already knew a lot, but I always learn when I talk to y'all.
She learned how not to take a shit in a car. That's what she learned.
I definitely learned that. I have had to pee in a car though. So
she gonna learn how to cook after this.
Who?
Bye, y'all. Put me in the background.
I have fed y'all several times. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. All right, I ain't gonna front them turkey burgers. I ain't gonna hold you.
Can we get some more shrimp fried rice? Maylene?
Yeah, yes, we can get some more shrimp fried rice.
She put raisins in her shit.
I did not.
And good night to all of our beautiful guests. Thank you.
Well, y'all see where y'all can find me at the Blue Phoenix Hills.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And in case you didn't hear my outro, it's Taylor May Rock on all platforms. Follow me. I'll tell you how to keep a man. Yeah, and who are we?
One more thing before we go. Also, just for y'all to stay alert because We got some more stuff coming, so be alert.
Will you stop
Pay no
that?
attention. Pay no attention. So be alert.
Will you stop
Pay no
that?
attention. Pay no attention to this fool above me. But be alert because we are in the process of setting up a Patreon with a whole bunch of perks and stuff that you can only get if you are a member of that. So please be on the lookout for more details and
Does anybody remember
Also-
doing that?
Yep. Hold on. Also, the No Filter Only fans, we're gonna play a game called Whose Nipple Is That? Good night, y'all.